Hey YouTube, this is New York Half-Ass Prepper here. I'm showing off my little coal stove here. This is how I've been keeping warm during this the northeast cold snap that we're having here. It was about to say about 3 degrees Fahrenheit when I woke up this morning. You guys up north, like Ebomi, is saying, "Oh, that's pretty warm. That's actually balmy for this time of year." But it's cold for us. It causes a lot of problems in the area. Throw in a little snow and an ice storm. So I got rid of my oil-fired heater and I installed this guy. I used to have a contractor-grade fireplace here in this spot, and I took it out. I misplaced the trim ring that goes on there. But this is my installation. It's a coal stove. I live in upstate New York, and the coal fields of Pennsylvania, where they mine anthracite coal, is about 150 miles from here. So it's a no-brainer to burn coal. Anthracite is the best coal that you could get, and it's close by, and it's relatively cheap in the area. But as a prepper, I like this stove because it requires no electricity. It's easy to use, and it just sits here and it runs. This particular stove is a Junior Chubby. There's a guy out of Massachusetts, Larry Trainer, that designed and sells these stoves for like 50 years up there. He's got a business making these and refurbishing them. So I found it on eBay. I had to go up to Cape Cod and get it. But it's worked out well. It kind of looks like an oversized fire hydrant here. And I just laid it temporarily on a couple pieces of slate tile that I bought at Home Depot. And here's my my coal hod. That's what that bucket's called, and the little shovel. It burns what's called nut-sized coal. It's roughly pieces the size of a walnut. There's a place called a breaker where they break the coal into pieces. And there's it's a bunch of different sizes, but this stove is designed to burn the nut coal. This is the bottom of the bucket, so there's the powder is called the fines. That it's kind of like the crumbs on the bottom of the box of cereal. Same kind of thing. It's all the pieces that broke off end up down there. So here's the stove. It's real simple. This is basically a cast iron pot inside here. It's called a fire pot, and that's full of burning coal. Down here on the bottom is a little adjustment for the air, so you can crank it up and tend the stove, and then you open up this door, and there's a little pan that holds the ashes that fall down. And then on the side is the shaker, so you can shake the coals down and so forth. But actually it worked out better than I thought. This guy, she runs about 400 degrees. It's a little thermometer I got stuck on there. But it heats the important parts of my home. No problem. It actually blows me out. I have trouble sitting in the chair 3 feet away from this thing. But the idea is to get a source of heat that runs without electricity. Should I lose power, or more likely the furnace craps out. The furnace is pretty reliable, but has these little nozzles and filters that get clogged up. So if that happens and I'm not around, or if something else goes on it that I can't handle, I have a source of heat and I don't freeze. It's kind of like a backup. But it turns out this heats the whole living floor of my home. It blows us out. So it's pretty good. I've been testing it out during this cold snap, and it's been working famously. So if you have coal available, if you can get it, I mean, I had to really look for places that sell coal near me. But once I found them, I found it to be cheap and plentifully available, because it's not an everyday item. And I could even get the stuff delivered to my house by the ton, or I can have the guy load a 1-ton bag into the back of my truck and bring it home. So it was a no-brainer. So here's a look at the anthracite coal stove, the Chubby Junior, and this is how I'm keeping warm up here in the Northeast. That's it. I'm out.